Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Total Transport System Limited Q4 and FY23 earnings conference call. This conference call may contain forward-looking statements about the company, which are based on the beliefs, opinions, and expectations of the company as on the date of this call. These statements are not guarantee of future performance and involve risks and uncertainties that are difficult to predict. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, and an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Shrikant Nibande, Promoter and Director from Total Transport Systems Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to wish you all a very warm welcome to Total Transport Systems Limited earnings conference call for the fourth quarter and full year ended 31st March 2023. I would like to begin by expressing my gratitude to all of you for taking time to join us today. With me today on the call, Mr. Makarand Pradhan, Promoter and Managing Director, Mr. Sanjeev Potris, Promoter and Executive Director of the company, Mr. Nitin Phadke, Vice President Finance of Total Transport, and team from the Ad Factors and who are our investor relations team with us on the call. I would like to share a brief overview of company before we get into the business and financial performance. Total Transport Systems Limited focuses on core logistics activities, namely consolidation of export cargoes, deconsolidation of import cargoes, full load containers, end-to-end logistics services, which includes transportation of cargo from the shipper's factory to port, customs clearance, multimodal transport, and send the cargoes to desired destination as per the shipper guidance. We also do the air freight from India to worldwide destinations. The reputation has ensured our company's competitive rate for consolidated shipments on a regular basis. We specialize in the business of air freight, LCL, and FCL forwarding for both exports and imports. TTSL has sizable market share in India's LCL segment, and the company is one of the market leaders in cargo consolidation. In addition to providing easy logistics, the company also emphasizes timely delivery, diversifying its services offering, maintaining long-term relationship with its customers, and offering value-added services to customers at all the time. Our company having long-term contracts and achieved recognitions as one of the India's top group traffic provider in this sector. Additionally, we are in a good position to benefit from the shifting trends in the logistics sector. TTSL is a member of the world's 5th largest consolidator network, namely iCargo Alliance, putting the company on the world map and gaining recognitions worldwide. The alliance, which has formed along with CP World Group and the Shangchang International Transportation Services Company Limited of China, provides access to over 89 countries, 1,100 locations with 166 offices globally. Our company also has 200% subsidiaries, namely CP World Logistics India Private Limited, which also do the cargo consolidation and the freight business, and the One World Logistics Private Limited. One World Logistics is engaged in the providing last mile delivery services to customers. One World offers services of last mile, rural mile, and rural B2B delivery services. It operates under the brand name of Abhilaya, with a focus on providing last mile delivery services, especially for Amazon and Flipkart and Jio, with a target to work with other small e-commerce platform players at pan-India level. It is an on-demand last mile delivery solution provider offering tech-enabled delivery solutions for e-commerce, FMCG, pharma, and online and offline retailers. This is really a promising endeavor. The last mile delivery services that become the need of an hour across several sectors, especially with the proliferation of e-commerce across rural India. Post the pandemic, online shopping has become more popular and having access all in the villages among the masses. As you all know, e-commerce is penetrating the rural area of India very well, thanks to the advanced smartphones and the high-speed internet provided by the government of India. This trend gives us confidence of our Abhilaya venture, wherein we are offering last mile services. Another point that I would like to highlight that we are cognizant of our impact on our environmental and strive to minimize the carbon footprint. In the line of this, we launched a few EV scooters in the first half of this financial year for smooth and timely delivery for Amazon orders, mainly in Maharashtra and in Gujarat region. It is just one step of many towards our greener initiatives. Additionally, to complement our organic growth, the company has acquired, Total Transport has acquired 60% stake in the custom house agency company, namely R&L Forwarders Private Limited, which helps us to offer the end-to-end services to our most valuable customers. We also started a new project cargo division, wherein we get the chance to move the shipments of more tanks, more of heavy machinery from one port to international ports like Kenya or even Southeast Asia or in Europe. And these services customers and eventually become a one-stop shop for all the logistics requirements. The company ability to offer end-to-end services along with its specialized skill set and experienced management team has gained the confidence of our esteemed clients, making it a top choice in the Indian cargo market. Now, turning to our financial performance, fourth quarter of financial year 23, we reported a total 113.16 crores in revenue during quarter 4 of financial year 23. This decrease in the revenue mainly due to the decrease in the freight rate of more than 80% in the shipping market. Our EBITDA for the quarter stood 1.19 crore, decrease in EBITDA on account of lower revenue and higher employee expenses on account of one-time bonus. Our net profit during this quarter was 1.45 crores as against 1.71 crores for the fourth quarter of financial year 2022. EPS for this quarter is rupees 0.59. Full year, we reported rupees 590.27 crores revenue in financial year 23, 1.21% increase year-on-year rise. Revenue is flat due to the lower volumes and other microeconomic factors. Our EBITDA for this period stood at rupees 14.62 crores. Our net profit during this full year was 4.65 crores as against profit of 9.08 crores in FY22. Decrease in PAT is mainly due to dip in freight costs. Net profit margin stood at 0.79%. EPS for this period is rupees 3.47. This is all from our side. I think we can now take questions from our shareholders.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. You may press star and 1 to ask a question at this time. The first question is from the line of Sudhir Bheda from Right Time Consultancy. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Good morning. And,
good afternoon, sir.
and hearty congratulations for the good sets of numbers. Under the circumstances, the freight rate has come down by 80 to 85%. And also, I will appreciate you for the startup company, One World Logistics, which has now gone to 68 crore turnover in just 4 years. So again, from the shareholder side, I appreciate that.
Thank you very much, sir.
I have 2 questions. One, now that startup company, last mile delivery company, One World Logistics, has grown to 68 crore, but the losses have gone to 7 crore. So what are your plans in the next 2 to 3 years for One World Logistics? And what is the medium-term and long-term outlook for this company? That is number 1. And number 2, your main business standalone, what percentage of growth do you expect in FY24?
Yes, sir. Sir, I'll answer your question about first question. Last mile delivery last year, we did enter into various models of direct transportation services with Amazon in the Diwali time, and which gave us a bad experience due to operational issues, as they committed us with the certain volumes they made us available during the Diwali season. And at that time we had a truck on the fixed basis, assuring them the load as well as the number of flying between these routes. But unfortunately, the volumes got dropped due to the orders were less with Amazon. So, but we had to pay this money to our vendors we committed to them. So this was one of the setbacks. Also, the last year we added certain stations basically in the Jammu Kashmir area, where we had some issues over deliveries, over manpower and all. So in the month of March, we had taken a cautious decision, and we started closing the non-productive, non-operating, giving us non-operating profit stations across India. So we cut down almost 45 plus stations of Flipkart and almost 3 to 4 stations of Amazon. But at the same time, Amazon has given us certain other stations in other areas like Rajasthan and certainly in the MP. So that has been compensated. So the necessary steps have been taken that loss-making stations we already closed down. We will not enter into any seasonal businesses like transportation or warehousing or particular seasons or taking the load. So this has started giving us the impact, and I'm really happy to share that in the month of April we could cut down the loss to the minimal. Earlier was 50 lakhs a month earlier per month, which has dropped down to the now 8 to 9 lakhs rupees a month. So that is a good steps we have already taken. Furthermore, we have started 2 new models here in Mumbai and in Maharashtra. We had joined made a JV with one company called Go for Fresh, and they deal with them imported fruits and vegetables. They buy from the importers, and we arrange for the distribution for them to western side of the Mumbai city. And soon these 15 pin codes are already up, right from Dahisar, Boreli to Goregaon, and coming up to the Khar area. Soon it will be added central side, and then we'll move on to the Baki. So we have a target of actually by end of this financial year, which should add close to 25 crores of turnover in top line. And this is giving us almost 2.5% margin. So this is not a loss-making model what we are entering into. Further, we made agreement with 2 e-commerce small players here in Mumbai, and they have every day close to 50,000 shipments of various brands. They wanted to distribute from Bhiwandi area to Mumbai as well as the New Bombay area. So we started that activity in the late second week of April onwards. So that activity is now picking up very well. We'll be touching close to 2,000 shipments a day early June month. So these also activity is giving us some margins on the top line. So all combination together, I am sure for the financial year 2024, we should turn the One World Logistics into from red at PBT level to black in the PBT level, definitely.
That's a great news, actually.
Yes. For the second question is total transport system, though there is a huge drop in the freight levels of the various lines due to the slack in the demand and additions in the ships, number of ships, and as well as container inventory has been improved a lot. Still, we could manage to retain our position because we are more focused in the CIS and the Russia sector. This is a more of niche market, and it's not more competitive or not where many players are operating on this line. So we are more focused on this area, which is giving us decent profitability as well as volumes also increasing in this. So with this all combinations and new project division which we started, we already handle 6 projects. Some from Bombay Port, some from Mundra, some from overseas like Manila or Singapore to that is Mombasa, that is Africa. So we are moving some big machinery. We have moved some live boats of to be put on the ships and all. So this activity is really picking up fast, and people are now realizing that we also are in this market. So I'm sure slowly we should get the larger parcels, and this activity should give us the good return by end of this financial year. So clubbing all together, the projections what we had in this financial year, I'm sure we with all strength and focus and hard work, we should be able to achieve that.
Great, sir. Congratulations once again, and thanks for the opportunity to ask the question, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. We have the next question from the line of Hiral Nandu from Kalpavruksha Capital. Please go ahead.
Congratulations, sir, for the good number. Just wanted to understand, as we see the freight rates were dropped during the last year for by around 80+%. So has there been any upward revision in the freight rate in recent times? And what is that percentage, and how much sustainable that rate would be, or what will be the future outlook on the freight rate? What do you see in that?
Can I answer this, Shrikant?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Pradhan. Okay, in the last 3 months, there has been no upward revision in the freight level.
Okay.
There is neither a downward revision, because what we think is this is the market has bottomed out.
Okay.
And
Hello.
I think he's correct.
I'm sorry, sir. May I request the members of the management, the other members, to please continue, as sir's line has been disconnected. Please continue while I try to reconnect Makran, sir.
Yeah. So the main thing has happened with the last quarter of the last year, the third quarter from the last year. New ships which has come in the market with the higher capacity. At the same time, the recession which has been seen in this whole of Europe due to Ukraine-Russia war, and the demands and all this has been slowed down, which has impacted on the global cargo movements, definitely. So as a shipping line's total review or cargo movement worldwide, what we see that this trend will continue for next 2 quarters, and we anticipate that things should start improvisation from the January 2024 onwards. So with this freight levels for from India in and out to Europe as well as US, South Central America, maybe some Africa sectors will be lower down. But there is a huge capacity, or rather there is a huge chances of maintaining the freight levels for CIS destinations, because these are very odd destinations. There is no regular ship services, and many destinations are inland container depots. So there has to be multimodal transportation need to be done to reach the cargo there. Plus, Russia is picking up very, very well, especially pharma cargo and engineering goods. So these are the two advantages what we have today. But overall shipping freight levels, we anticipate that it will be lie low till third quarter of this financial year.
Okay. Okay. And what would be the rate per ton approximate range, if I have to understand?
It is not per ton, it is actually per sector wise it goes on. Like today, European sector, which we in the peak season of Corona, which we had loaded $8,000 a container, today it's available at the rate of the $800 a container. So it's a huge reduction in the rate because ship capacity has gone up bigger one. Secondly, China, which were little continuation of this, zero policy of Corona. Now they had opened up since last quarter, but still they need to get that kind of orders from the various countries, mainly Europe and South Central America, so they can get up their productions. So with all things should start improvisation from 2024 onwards, early 2024 onwards.
Okay. Great. For that. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your question.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Arora, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity, sir.
Yeah.
So our first question is, our exports have been predominantly higher than the imports. So if you can throw some light that are exports expected to increase or, imports are expected to increase or export will still lead the race?
I did not understand your question. Can you repeat it, please?
I'm sorry, sir. Mr. Arora, I would request you to use your handset, please, to ask a question on this side.
Sure. Just a second.
Thank you.
Hello. Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So our exports have predominantly been higher than the imports. So are imports expected to increase or exports will still lead the race?
Exports will still lead the race as per the statistics.
Okay. And sir, what is the current number of shipments we are doing per month?
On an average, we do about 36,000 containers per annum. So about 3,000 containers. And our mix is about 40-60 or 45-55.
Okay, sir. And who are the top contributing clients, and if any new client addition which has happened recently?
We are into retailing. Our major customers, 95% of the business comes from freight forwarders. And if you want to talk about names, it is like Express Transport, Velji Gosabai and Company, even Tata Motors. We have cargoes carrying for Reliance, Vanberry, and there are many. Raymond's is one of them. So it all depends. We don't depend on one single customer for our volumes. To do this volume, we have nearly 1,100 customers active.
Oh, nice to know, sir.
Yeah.
Also, if there are any new projects which are there in the pipeline for this financial year?
Yes, we are working on various project transport, and we will see the results very soon. In the last 2 months, we have done 3 of them, and we expect that we will have some more projects coming in our way in the coming quarters.
Okay, sir. In the last call, you said that we were about to get some 70 odd stations from Flipkart. So, can you throw some light, like what is the current status of that?
So we already got 70. We given us the confirmation for 70, out of which 58 stations are already up, and balance 12 stations we said no, we won't doing it up because this is very close to Srinagar area. So we had withdrawn from that. So 58 stations is already up, and now our monthly volume all put together, Amazon and Flipkart, we are handling close to 2.7 million shipments a month. That is 27 lakh shipments per month. And from June onwards, we should be touching close to 30 lakh shipment a month.
So, okay, sir. And my last question, the long-term and the short-term borrowings have reduced as compared to FY22. So have we repaid any debt?
Yes, actually we had one WCPL working capital term loan from Axis Bank of that we repaid as our cash flow due to Corona and all these high freight rates has improved a lot. So we repaid that loan. So that's how the thing has been changed.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the information and all the best for the next call, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the question.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Daniel, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hi, sir. Regarding the balance sheet, our fixed assets increased from 9 crore to 12 crore. So have we purchased any assets, or if you could throw some light on this?
Yes, sir. We had purchased few trailers for our empty container transportation, as well as we started now full load, full bonded cargo transportation between our office, Ahmedabad and Bombay. So we have purchased 4 trailers into that. Plus we have purchased few containers, empty containers from the one empty container depot. So which has also, this is the assets what we have. So that's how the whole investment has been done in this area.
Okay, sir. And sir, what is our current capital cycle for financial year 2023?
You mean DSO? Hello?
Current capital, sir. Yes, sir.
DSO is now dropped to the 42 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
And sir, in FY22, tax rate, which is 32%, it has increased to 47% in FY23. So, is there any reason in the increase of tax rate?
This is as per the guideline. I will check on that.
Okay.
Hello. Mr. Nitin, hello. Mr. Nitin is there?
Sir, can I give this answer?
Yes, Nitin.
This is Nitin Fedke. The tax rate has not changed, but because of the loss which is there from OneWorld, which has gone up, the profit figure has got distorted, and that's why you feel that the rate has changed.
Okay.
If you see the standalone, the rate is 26%, which is as per the income tax normal rate.
Okay. And also, talking about interest cost, it increased by around 50-55% on year-on-year basis. So, what has led to this increase in the interest cost?
Sir, interest percentage which was there in the last financial year was 8.55. But in the financial year 22-23, as you are aware that RBI has increased the rate every time, it is more than 11%. That has basically affected the interest cost.
Okay. And there was a shortfall in EBITDA for Q4 FY23 on YOY basis. So, is there a reason behind the dip in the EBITDA?
The reason behind this is basically the drop down in the freight rates. The turnover has also reduced and the margin has also reduced. That's the reason the profit has reduced. Obviously, it will affect the EBITDA also.
Okay. In our business...
I just want to give one clarification here.
Yes, sir.
The freight rates have gone down by 80%. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's assume a freight for Europe, what Mr. Srikanth mentioned earlier. It was $8,000. Today, it is $800. Okay? So, obviously, on $8,000, we could have a margin of maybe $500, maybe $400. Whereas when the freight levels are so down, our margins get reduced to certain percentage, maybe 5%, maybe 7%. So that is the effect. But what we have done is, it is not seen so much on the figures is because our volumes have gone up quite a lot. And secondly, we have gone very aggressive into the CIS region and Africa. Okay, so still on certain sectors we have been able to maintain our profitability to a great extent, and that's the reason it is not seen that there is a drop of 80% on the freight levels. Our profits or our overall turnover hasn't dropped so much.
Okay. Noted. Last question from me, sir.
Yeah.
About the revenue split in our vertical wise business. So if you could share the revenue split for FY23.
Shrikant will
Revenue split.
Revenue split, yes, sir.
This total transport has achieved a top line of 522 crores, and 68 crores is of One World Logistics Private Limited of last mile delivery.
Okay. And what exactly are the growth drivers which is, contributing to the revenue, if you could highlight on that?
Of local transport, you mean to say?
Yes, sir.
This growth highlighter is the same that in the month of December and Jan, we had a big business for the Russia and some to CIS destination, and it was quite big numbers of containers being moved there, and that was with different margins what we had. So this is one of the biggest biggest good thing happened to us. Secondly, if you see the rate levels started dropping from the month of November or December onwards. So we almost have 3 quarters of sizable freight levels are in the market. So we started dropping from the December onwards, and now it is almost coming to the bottom. So the first, I could say almost 8 to 9 months, we had a good margin due to decent freight levels, which is offered by the shipping lines, and same being in turn selling rate was quite good in those times, first 8 to 9 months. So these are the basic good contributors for our pipeline. Though our volume rather slow down, or the value of the transaction has slowed down, but we could manage to be a close of our previous year top line, which was 528 crores, and we achieved this year 522 crores. So there was a marginal difference. That's how the whole our focus and activity-wise push what we did, we could achieve this figure. Okay, sir. Thank you for your answer, sir. And you mentioned about the competitions or challenges that business might be facing. So if you could explain me, how are you addressing those challenges in the market to keep up the game? Yes.
Okay. See, the only way we have to do is to step up our sales efforts. We are in the process. We have hired nearly 5 additional sales and customer service people, and which has contributed to the increase in volumes. And we are in the process of hiring some more. In the initial stages, the cost will be little up, but for sure in the next 6 months, we will have recovered those costs and gone ahead of what we have planned. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for all the insights, and I wish you the very best, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 now. The next question is from the line of Rohan Mehta, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
Sir, you mentioned about the freight charges having gone up, because of which we've had a dip in revenue and profit. So, what can be expected coming couple of quarters? Are freight charges expected to continue to increase or remain flat? Or
Firstly, you have got it incorrect, because the freight charges haven't gone up. The freight charges have gone down drastically.
Right. Sorry, I meant the other way around. That because of which we've had a dip in revenue.
Because our turnover comprises of the freight. So once the freight charges drop, our turnover also goes down. Okay. Now, having said that, we don't expect any dip further because it is already bottomed up. Okay. For the next 2 quarters, we expect that it will be more or less on the same level, maybe 5% here and there from these freight levels. And from January, it is expected that China will be in full swing of production. The economies would revive a bit in Europe and US, and then we will see some upward revision in the freight levels, because these freight levels are not congenial to operate vessels for the shipping lines,
Right.
So it is like bottomed up. These are my views. Can go down by 5% here and there, but not more than that. So now it is a matter of how we market, how we sell, and how we get more business.
Okay. And maybe January onwards, some improvement can be.
That is what is expected.
Right. Okay. And sir, so on an average, what is the sort of average number of shipments that we are doing per month these days?
See, I would not talk about average number of shipments, but I would talk about average number of containers that we do, and those are about 3,000 containers a month.
3,000 a month. All right, sir. And amongst LCL and FCL, which segment gets us higher margins?
LCL,
right. And so what do we have a rough breakup of LCL and FCL?
Our LCL is about 65 to 70%.
Okay, and that will remain the same breakup going forward?
More or less. No, I wouldn't say that the breakup will remain same, because we see a growth in FCLs in the coming days.
Okay.
LCL globally constitutes just 1.25% of the global business. So whatever it goes up, it is a very minuscule percentage of growth.
I see.
So we can't expect a huge growth in LCL, but if we have to do well, we have to increase our FCL to those levels and maintain our profitability and the top line also.
Okay.
And that is what we are working on.
Okay. But if FCL contribution to revenue increases, then overall margin would slightly get affected, because, as you said, FCL is relatively lower margin than FCL.
Yes, of course. But at the same time, when there is not much of increase in the LCL business, we can't be just sitting and looking at better margins, right? We have to increase our turnover. We have to increase our profit. In percentile basis, it may be less, but in actual terms, it will be there.
Right. Fair enough, sir.
Okay.
And sir, this quarter or overall this year, how much business have we done from Abhilaya?
Oh, Srikanth, can you please?
This month of April, we have achieved 24.50 lakh shipments with a turnover of 6.47 crores, and this May will be closing a little more, 27 lakh plus shipments. We should be giving us close to 6.80 crores a turnover, probably more, little more.
Per month?
Per month, yes.
Okay. And that would be sustainable over the next few quarters, is that?
Yes, definitely.
Not only sustainable, it
will
increase. Okay. And so just a couple of other questions. Is there any plan to increase the number of ports under our belt this year?
You are talking about coastal transport now?
Yes, sir. Yes.
See, at this point of time, we are not looking at ports. We are looking at cargo generating centers. Like from the cargo originates, we want to put up our sales offices.
Okay.
This year, whole target is to push in more in. So that is what we are looking at. We, as far as operations are concerned, we are able to handle cargoes pan-India. We don't need to add ports. We need to add cargoes.
Cargoes. Fair. Understood, sir.
Okay.
And just a last question. Do we have any plans to increase our stake in RN Freight from the current level?
At this point of time.
Okay. All right. And so just touching upon Abhilaya once again, as we had launched 50 odd EV scooters under Abhilaya, but they were, as I understand, exclusively for Amazon. So is there anything in the pipeline for some other clients also for last mile delivery?
We'll be doing it for Flipkart, but that will be after second quarter.
After second quarter. All right. Okay.
We are reviewing what are the advantages we are getting with this.
Okay. Understood.
Okay. Once we are through with our study, then we will take a call.
Okay. All right. Understood, sir. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much and all the best.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, as that was the last question for today, I would now like to hand the conference over to Mr. Shrikant Nibandi, Promoter and Director, for closing comments. Over to you, sir.
I wish to express my gratitude to whole PGXL team for their continuous efforts and devotion, all of which help us the company to advance despite changing market conditions. Additionally, I want to thank you all for taking a part on this conference call. If you have any additional questions, please do get in touch with our AdFactor Investors Relation team. We will be glad to reply with all your questions. Thank you very much and have a lovely day ahead.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. On behalf of Total Transport System Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.